this is happening. Okay, here we go. Here's episode 1. Bing! Lightworker. Okay, so I wanted to start with Lightworker as our very first light lesson to talk about. I wanted to start so many places when I was thinking about how I wanted to begin this. I wanted to explain to you why light lessons are called light lessons, and Lightworker is actually the very first light lesson that I came up with. If you'll notice, actually, on this light lesson, I have fireflies coming out of a jar. Here's what happened. It was the summertime, it was in New York. I was down at the river, and all of a sudden, all these fireflies started coming out. Now, I'm from Colorado, where it's very dry, so there are no fireflies. This is dedicated to this moment that I had, where I thought, how interesting that a bug was created that during the day looks like any old bug, but at night, when all the darkness is around it, literally this being starts to become light. The metaphor for me that night was, oh my God, we all have the light within us. What if we've just forgotten that our whole purpose is to be like the fireflies and bring light to each other? I'm gonna share with you my definition of what a light worker is. But whatever definition came to you, whatever you thought immediately upon first reading Lightworker, that's right. I am not here to tell you this is the only way. This is just another offering of another way to look at this phrase. So the world according to me says this: we are all light workers, and I believe that we were all born onto this planet to bring light to one another. Not one single person or being on this earth was born purposeless. You are bringing light. Let's do this even. I'm gonna look over here because I wrote this down. I looked up the actual definition of light and work. This is the actual definition. The natural agent that stimulates sight and makes things visible. Okay, here's the definition of work. Activity involving mental or physical effort done in order to achieve a purpose or result. So if the work I'm doing is for the purpose or result of light, that means it's for the purpose or result that I'm the natural agent stimulating sight to help make things visible. I love that. That is so cool. I was thinking about it this way too. When we're little, and even now, but I remember doing this a lot when I was little, when I would go into a room, a basement, anything like that in my house that I deemed scary, it's because the lights are out. I would always need to flick the light on in order to go into my basement. It felt unsafe if I would go down there in the darkness. It's the exact same room, there's darkness or there's light. The light felt better to me. I felt safer just by flipping a switch. In the darkness, our brain fills in the facts. They become facts. Our imaginations can run wild because our eyes can't see what's actually there. Think of the haunted tree that looks like an evil monster coming towards you at night, but in the day, it's this beautiful weeping willow. It's just a matter of perception. The light is within all of us. We just have to be willing to share it. And you have to be willing to accept that you are here to be light. When you are in a light worker state of mind, it's not that you don't get sad, it's not that you don't go down, but you can get yourself out of the sad and the down faster. Both quick light workers and slower light workers have something worthy to learn and to teach. There is worthiness feeling around in the darkness and taking longer to find the switch. There is worthiness in, oh, I know exactly where it is. If you find yourself as somebody that I just can't get to the light, ask yourself, when I'm in this darkness, what is it that I'm supposed to learn while I'm here? What do I need to know? A lot of times, what comes to us is, I need help. I need help. Ask for help. If we're all fellow light workers, there will always be someone willing to help. Always. I was also thinking about this. This time that we're living in right now, this global pandemic, in order to heal one another, we have been asked to stay home. We have been asked to stay within our four walls. We have been asked to stay far from each other. Look at what's happening. Because the intention is to heal one another, our lights are coming out even more. Notice how many people are singing, how many people are playing music, how many people are baking, how many people are creating fun games for each other, how many people are creating humorous things to make each other laugh. All the light is pouring out of us still. The other thing we're doing is clapping outside of our windows at 7 p.m. We are literally hanging out of our windows to express gratitude and thanks. If that doesn't prove that we are here to be light workers for each other, I don't know what does. If you're still wondering, okay, but how can I practice this? Here's some things I came up with. Every time you listen without interrupting, you are being a light worker. Every time you listen without judgment, you are being a light worker. Every time you are thinking, how may I help, instead of what may I get, you are being a light worker. What are we actually doing if we are light workers? What's our job? I believe, World According to Sierra, we are here to remind each other when we have forgotten, because we do forget, that we are love. We are love. You are love. You are light. You are kindness. You are capable. You are connected. You are not alone. You are light. We are recharging stations for one another. So think, am I contributing to the light or am I contributing to the dark? Yes, there is both. Yes, there has to be both. But which one do I want to contribute to? I hope that you enjoyed this definition. Here's what I want to give to us each time we do an episode. I want to give what I call a Marination Station. I don't know why I call it that, but Marination Station. Marination Station, that was a spaceship. So the Marination Station for this week is I want you to now see where you can find people that have been there being light workers that maybe you didn't notice before. See where you can see light workers. They're everywhere. If we are all light workers, they must be all over. Instead of looking for the ones that aren't, look for those that are. Look for where you can be a light worker. Look where you can contribute light. Where can I contribute light? Where can I help? So, my fellow light workers, enjoy this time, this Marination Station. Comment below, talk to each other, be each other's support during this time. And if you find yourself wondering, what is my purpose? What is my job? Simply say, I am here to bring light. Just see what happens. I will see you next time for another Light Lessons with Sierra. Sierra. You are light.